Hey there, welcome to the Beacon Mechanics channel. This is Beacon. Today I'm going to show you how to adjust the shift cable linkage on a 2007 Honda Element with an automatic transmission. I'm not too sure what other years this procedure works for, so if it works for you, let us know what year your car is in the comment section below. So this car is having issues where I can't actually press this button to move the gear shift. If you press up on the gear shift, sometimes you can get that button to depress, but when it does so, it releases, it'll go down to this position, but it's still showing park up there. If I go down into reverse, showing neutral down here, but reverse up there. So I need to take some slack out of that cable. Now, assuming that your cable isn't too stretched to begin with, you should be able to do this. It's a really easy procedure. The first thing you need to do is make sure your car doesn't roll, because you'll be putting this probably in neutral. So have your emergency brake on or some chocks underneath your tires. The next thing is you're going to want to put this in reverse, and don't pay attention to what this says, pay attention to what the dash says. Now I'm going to show you how to remove your center console panel, and I'm going to have to switch camera angles right quick. So to remove this, it's rather easy. All you'll need is a tool like this, and you're going to remove two pins. There's one on both sides. This pin right here has a hole in the center that if you press on it, it will depress the retainer clip inside there, and then when you pull out, that'll pop out and you're left with this. Now for reinstalling this, you'll have to get this back in the proper position, so you want that pin inside there to be sticking out a little bit, and to do so you kind of spread this out and then press it up like that. That way the sides will collapse right here, and once you stick it back in, you're going to press that pin and it's going to lock everything back in place. So now that I have both pins out, what I'm going to do is grab right here and pull straight out, and then set this off to the side. Here is your shift cable. It's attached to this little barrel right here, and that's attached to this housing right here. The official procedure talks about twisting this black part right here 90 degrees until this tab is aligned with this slot, and then the whole thing pulls out. I don't see the purpose in doing it that way, so I would just leave that attached and come up here to this part of your cable right there, and you'll notice that it's attached to this bracket right here. Now we need to be able to pull this out of that bracket. To do so, push that down and it will click, and then there's this other tab right here that's attached to a clip that needs to be pulled out that direction, so towards the passenger side of the car. Alright, this is the clip I just removed by grabbing onto this part of the tab and pulling towards the passenger side. It does take a little bit of force to get it out, but if it's too much force that it's taking, then it's most likely this plastic tab. Even though you can, hear it click into place, it can actually have a little bit of free travel, and so that can, grab onto that lip right there and keep it from pulling out. So just press that down a little bit more, and then this should pull out the side. Next, you're going to pull back on that towards the back of the vehicle. It will release from your gear shift bracket. And if you need to now adjust this up or down into that proper position, going all the way down is in park, and then one up from that should be reverse. It's a little bit of a trick to get it, but to verify that I actually did go into reverse, it's really easy to go into neutral, so check that. Then you're going to come back up here and make sure that that is in its reverse position. And next you need an alignment tool. It calls for a 6mm pin, but I'm using a 5mm Allen wrench. This is probably around 6mm across from point to point, since it's a hexagonal shape. Now I'm going to come back down here, follow that cable up, and then I'll see this silver bracket right here. I'm going to get a little better angle. So you'll see that little Phillips head screw, and then right off to the side of it, a little above, is a slot for your pin to go through. If the pin doesn't go in there, it means that you're actually not in the reverse position. So now I'm going to press this back into place, and I'm going to take my clip, make sure that the tab is facing up, and then you're going to come in through the side right here, slide it back into place like that,
and then it should click into place, and then this should click into place as well. Make sure that that's not moving, and then take your alignment pin out, come back up here and make sure that you are in park, and the button still presses easy. Reverse, neutral, drive, second, first. All that's working good. Last test is to make sure that the key will turn off easily, and it does. So yeah, as I said, it's a pretty easy procedure. That's how you do it. If you have any comments or questions, please leave it in the comments section below. And if this video helped you out and you want to donate, I have left a link in the description. Any donations, even $1 would help, and that will go towards getting me a GoPro or some better camera equipment. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.